My name is Haley Robinson, and I'm an Operations and Policy Analyst on the Emergency Child Care Grants team at the Early Learning Division. Welcome to the webinar for Phase 2 of the Emergency Child Care Grant Program. This webinar will serve as a brief overview of the application process. The Early Learning Division is inviting applications from eligible child care providers during the COVID-19 crisis. The ELD plans to award up to $10.5 million in grant funds through this request for application. This is a non-competitive opportunity, and grant amounts will vary based on provider. Applicants must apply online or contact ELD if alternate accommodations are needed. This is the second phase of the Emergency Child Care Grant Program. Licensed and license-exempt providers are eligible to apply. However, sites that received approval for grant funding under Phase 1 are not eligible to apply under Phase 2. To be eligible, child care providers must meet the following criteria. For certified center, certified family, and registered family licensed providers, you must submit an application to be an emergency child care provider by June 30th, 2020. You must also commit to adhering to health and safety guidelines, and if you are currently open, you agree to remain open and serving children through the end of September 2020. If currently closed, you agree to reopen by September 1st, 2020, and remain open and serving children through the end of September 2020. License-exempt providers who are currently open and caring for a child of an essential worker are also eligible. They must agree to remain open and serving children through the end of September 2020. There is an expansive list that has been issued by the Department of Homeland Security that describes who is considered an essential worker. This list can be found at the link below. Here is the grant application schedule. The request for application was published on the ELD website on June 8, 2020. This provided an overview of eligibility criteria, as well as much of the information provided in this webinar. The online application for Phase 2 of the Emergency Child Care Grant Program will be open for 19 days, beginning on Monday, June 22nd at 8 a.m. and will close on July 10th at 5 p.m. Notice of award and payment details will be sent to providers after July 20th. As stated previously, grant amounts will vary based on provider. Grant awards will range from $702 to $14,040. Funding for certified centers will be capped at 3 classrooms. Grant amounts may be prorated at a higher or lower amount based on funding demand. Grant awards from Phase 2 will be distributed in 2 installments, either by automatic payments or mailed check. Payment schedules will vary depending on when a provider has a fully executed grant agreement. ELD is aiming to have payments sent out to providers within 10 days of a fully executed agreement. Providers who have successfully completed their follow-up report will be sent the second installment of their grant award at the end of September. Here are the terms and conditions of Phase 2 of the Emergency Child Care Grant Program. Grant funds must be used for allowable costs, including lease, mortgage, utilities, insurance, food and supplies, staff compensation and benefits, and other reasonable operating costs. If a provider is currently open, they must agree to remain open and serving children through the end of September 2020. If a provider is closed, they must agree to reopen by September 1st, 2020 and remain open and serving children through the end of September 2020. Providers must submit a follow-up report to confirm open status. They must also maintain financial and attendance records for 6 years. Providers must also register for a DUNS number. A notification will be sent to applicants once their application has been approved or denied. Shortly after, approved applicants will be sent a grant agreement to sign and return electronically from DocuSign. A grant agreement with a DUNS number and a W-9 form must be returned in order to receive future payment. After you've completed your application for Phase 2, we recommend having your Tax Identification Number, or TIN, accessible for reference and ready for your grant agreement. You will also need to locate and/or register for a DUNS number. For more information on DUNS numbers, please see the DUNS number guide on the COVID-19 grants page of the Early Learning Division website. After July 20th, you will receive an email with next steps. To apply, providers can visit ode.smapply.org or follow the link provided on the ELD website. Applicants will be required to register for an SM Apply account and verify their email address prior to completing an application. Please note that applicants using Microsoft-based email domains, including @live, @MSN, @Outlook, and @Hotmail, report having trouble verifying their email. This appears to be an issue between the application software company and Microsoft. Applicants using Yahoo and Gmail accounts reported greater success in the application process. We will be updating the frequently asked questions page of our website every Tuesday and Thursday. If you have any additional questions regarding Phase 2 of the Emergency Child Care Grant application, please do not hesitate to reach out to us via email at eccgrants@ode.state.or.us or by phone at 971-707-2029. You can also seek assistance in completing your application from your local child care resource and referral.